Alright, welcome back. Okay, so today is going to be a very social link heavy episode. In fact, a few of them will be. But this episode is special in particular because this episode, we get to hang out more with Kanji. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. But first, let's go ahead and finish up the Fox's emo request for this particular portion of the Hermit social link. Bit of a spoiler further on. I'm going to be starting to hang out near the tree in the background to catch more bugs, because you need a certain type of bug in order to go fishing, which is part of the fox's later requests. And that was actually part of the thing that made me a bit nervous about doing a full completion of all the social links. Because, you know, catching bugs and fishing feels like a kind of an RNG thing, but it turned out pretty well. Now, the bug that we're looking for is the Tatsuhime ladybug. And I don't really catch those that often, but whenever I do, we can go bring them to the lady at the Shiroku pub at night to give them to the fish Akihiko. And then that'll give us some breadcrumbs, and then we can actually catch the proper fish for the social link, which will be in a later video. I never said I'd give you my books for free. Give me a peach seed. For a guy who really cares about books, he's kind of being an asshole about it. Why not just ask for money? No, he wants a seed. Anyway. Like I said, there is a trophy for getting all the books, or at least, I think for just getting them is enough. Maybe you have to read them, I'm not sure. The guide that I'm working off of does not have you read every single book. Yeah, I was looking for a specific NPC, but I just ended up doing a bunch of random side quests, or at least accepting a bunch of them. Like I was saying, certain books you can only get through certain means. Like, that's kind of the reason why I had to do Daisuke's social link for the Strength Arcana, as opposed to Ko's. Or at least, I think that is... No, yeah, because I think at some point, and I might have already done this, it's been a while, Daisuke offers you a book called... Basically the Twilight book. Basically the Twilight book that makes fun of the series. It's like a witch detective or something like that. Anyway, this is the guy we need to talk to, this haggard man. Basically, he's kind of a Gundam freak, as in gunpla. He wants people to make models. He really feels like kids nowadays don't make the models. They're not into gluing them together and painting them and making them look all cool and stuff. I can understand that. I actually had a few Gundam models when I was a kid. Nowadays, I just buy statues that are already made. Because, you know, I want them to look cool, and if they're made by someone like me, they might fall apart. This is the Fox's social link for this portion. So apparently making Gundam models, or the equivalent in SMT, is the way to bring his life meaning again. Marie was outside of the Velvet Room, but I had to swap out some personas for other social links.
Let's go.
So, and whenever you go up to the blue door, she goes right in. So you have to go, so she'll be outside if you play it regularly. But you can just always check on the vault, I said vault dwellers, on the residents of the Velvet Room to do her social link.
Hey.
See, I don't get Japanese schools, because I think, like, they don't have certain days. They have certain days off, but they go to school on Saturdays? I don't know. I don't really keep track with all that.
What's up?
Yeah, so we're hanging out with everybody's favorite original character, Marie. Yeah, Marie's not exactly my favorite. But most of her social links involve us hanging out with our other party members. So the more party members we get, the more we'll be able to actually hang out with her. I don't think we'll be able to finish her social link until we get all the party members, to my knowledge. Yeah, I guess it's just cool to show off foreigners to their new school. I guess it's like a foreign exchange program. I'm not really sure why Marie would be so fascinated with this, considering she... Well, again, I guess it's like the Elizabeth thing. Like, you're already surrounded by so many wonderfully fantastic demons and angels and stuff like that, that the normal world seems amazing by comparison. The incredibly mundane seems better. Again, I can only imagine how that might work in P5. Considering they're basically your jailers.
For reals?
I wonder what exactly... Okay, so Igor never says anything. Nobody says anything, ever. How do you exist in that room and just not get bored? Like, I guess Margaret and Igor are fine because, you know, they just live to serve, but Marie's more tsundere or whatever. So, of course, she's not going to be completely content with just being in a friggin' four walls. You have no idea, Yosuke. Everybody has a blissfully optimistic way of just dealing with Marie's bullshit. Like, she can be a total asshole, and yet everybody will find a way to just kind of get over it. That's another thing in like animes and video games. Spending your youth. Like, I mean, I guess, you know, the old phrase, youth is wasted on the young. You know, you should live every day like it's your last and all that other stuff. But, I mean, they really have a focus on this, especially, like, in shows like Naruto and stuff like that. She's still calling Chie and Yukiko green and red.
Why?
I guess you wouldn't really be able to call Yosuke anything. Maybe orange. And thus, the theme of the entire game pops into question. The real you. And Yosuke said, face myself. Wonderful. That would make a really awesome theme song, wouldn't it? It's almost like we're reaching out to the truth. Heartbreak, heartbreak. You tell me goodbye. Speaking of heartbreak, it's getting pretty close to... We're getting pretty close in the guide to maxing out Chie's social link of where she might be a girlfriend, but I do not choose her. Just a spoiler warning. Everybody has their own preference on their quote-unquote waifus. Chie is not mine. I like Chie, and she's tied in a three-way tie between, you know, who I'd want to go with. But I don't end up picking her. Although, I will show off all the options of the dating. I'll show off all the dating options in Persona. So, don't you worry.
Oh, you're home.
Just in case I don't pick your particular waifu doesn't mean she's not going to be shown. And this is the Tanabata. It's basically a big... Well, I think we already did this. Again, been a while. It's the wishing thing, and I think I might have already talked about this. Depending on what you wish for, you can improve your social links or get more cash, etc. So now we're going to build a model. You can only do this at the evening when you're at your house, and you don't have any evening social links or, you know, stuff that you want to do otherwise. It takes a few days to do. I'm pretty sure we get it completed by this episode. Okay, so you get Sunday off of school. Seriously, I don't get the... Do you only get Sunday off of school? I mean, I guess they have a bunch of, like, random holidays, so that kind of makes up for it. I still like Tanaka's theme. The Armada Bustier. Ironically, that one is not like a costume that you can put on any of your characters. But we'll be getting to that in a later episode. I mean, I already have all the costumes, but I'll show you where you can get the costumes. Anyway, I just opt to go for the healing combo. Again, doing the home shopping channel might only be useful for this playthrough for maybe about once or twice, I think. You definitely need to do it once so you can get the prize sticker for the Fox Hermit social link. But again, that's just one thing. I'm sure if you do your initial run, you can you'll probably get a bunch of cool goodies. And now I'm actually going to be doing some gardening stuff. I forget the explicit reason of why, but yeah, I do it. I want to say it's for a social link or something like that, or for like a side quest you need to do. Honestly, I've forgotten at this point. Anyway, but that's not important now, because if I remember correctly, we're gonna go talk to Kanji, and Kanji's social link is awesome. Yeah, I had to check the social link every now and again just to make sure that I'm following the guide properly. You never know. Although you probably should know if you're following the guide word for word. Anyway, Kanji's social link is probably my favorite in the game. And I know that's me being biased because I like Kanji a lot. It's not just his voice actor, it's his whole character. Honestly, he could have been voiced by anybody and I probably would have liked him just as much.
Senpai.
Nothing fun here. It sucks. Uh-oh. Kanji's mom is not home. This is one of the few times I think we see the Aya owner out from behind his counter. So Kanji's mom is in the hospital. So that's not a good way to start this social link. It is not great. But hey, I know a nurse there, so that should be fine. Actually, Narukami knowing a nurse in the animated version of in the anime series of this actually comes into play with a social link of where she actually has to be a nurse. Oh, but look. She seems like she's doing okay. Kanji's mom deals with this all the time. She's so chill and relaxed. I put someone in the hospital, Kanji-chan. I got tired of those bikers and I broke their legs. I'd like to think Kanji's mom is super badass like her son. Smashing them with frickin' tables and boards. But anyway... Oh, Kanji just loves his mama. That's so sweet. See, even tough guys love their mamas. But he still calls her an old cow.
Sorry.
It's all good. Your heart was in the right place, Kanji. You just didn't have all the information. Well, to be fair, your bad parts, quote-unquote, didn't really have anything to do with this. Sort of. Kanji, you repay the favor just by being there, man. You're so cool. Yeah! Finally getting some work on the Emperor social link. And we actually get it up about 2 more levels by the end of this video. Which is awesome. Because I remember following Vanilla Persona's guides. And most of the time they left Kanji for the very last. I think he was just embarrassed, Mrs. Tatsumi. It might have wrecked his reputation, walking home with his mama. Oh, Kanji likes us. That makes me feel good. That's a good reason not to like hospitals. Kanji's a big old softy teddy bear. Underneath that. Because of his hobbies, yeah. It's natural. A guy who looks like that, who does stuff like this, does make it a bit awkward for him to be accepted by anybody. But I'm cool with him. I like Kanji. I'm gonna be your son's best friend, because Kanji's the coolest guy ever. Even cooler than Yosuke. Maybe even cooler than me. Nah, that's not possible. He's cool, but he's not that cool. Although I do genuinely like Kanji's character much more than Narukami's in the anime. Whenever they actually give Narukami a personality, it is hilarious. It is pretty funny, especially whenever he's so deadpan and stuff, but still. When I play P4 Arena, it wasn't Narukami I was going for the first one. For my first go-to character. And actually, most of these models that you make during the night, because you can make multiple models. Like at the end of this social link, at the end of this little request, the guy will give you another model to play with. They're actually references to other SMT games. Your brains aren't smart enough to retain this just by listening. He has no faith in his students. Jesus, Muraoka. Although Yosuke does not make it much of a good defense for himself. As better read. Unthinking read is. Is just a reed. But wait, reeds are inanimate objects. They're plants, but I don't think they really have much thought. So, wait. I don't get the... whatever. Yosuke appreciates us and our expression goes up beyond perfect. So, it breaks even. It's fine. Still waiting for Rise to recover. I think we meet up with Rise in the I think Rise recovers by the next episode. I want to say that. Yeah, get used to me coming to this tree until the Hermit Social Link is done. Because that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. I'm just constantly looking for Tatsuhime ladybugs. It always says that our timing's off. I think you have to read the book to get your timing better. But we got... oh, yep. We got a ladybug. So this evening, I'm going to go head over to the Tatsuhime pub. Not the Tatsuhime pub. The Shiroku pub. But in the meantime, we do have more social links to deal with. I believe I was looking for Konishi, but he was not at school at the moment. I think he's in the North Shopping District. He usually hangs out at his parents' liquor store. Naoki Konishi. I mentioned this already. He's voiced by Derek Stephen Prince, who I really appreciate his work. He's not the...
Oh, hi.
He's not, like, as well known as, say, Troy and Nolan and Chris and Steve. But still, he does fine work.
Yes.
Generally, he plays a lot of really intelligent or snarky characters. Or he plays characters that are kind of like hyperactive, like Vmon. They always play the sappy music whenever we're near him. Considering he's the hanged man, I guess that's appropriate. Naoki, this is very important. Do you have two left hands? Depending on your answer, this friendship may end very quickly and very badly. Just keep that in mind. I see only one left hand right now. But what about your right hand? Is that also a left hand? I'm talking about JoJo, and he's talking about his sister. About his dead sister. I think those that couple is always there every day. It's kind of hard to have a, well, you know, that's part of living admirably. It's kind of hard to have an emotional conversation when the Aya owner is just staring at you dead with his little Hitler stash and his big old swirly glasses. Staring at you, judging you constantly. I can only imagine how the social links or bonding events in P5 is going to play out.
See you.
I imagine it'll be somewhat similar. Although I think you're supposed to be hanging out more with the world as opposed to just one character. Welcome home. Oh, you're leaving. Okay, bye. I forget how to plant food in Persona. Yeah, there you go. Now I got the gardening tools. This does not eat up time, by the way. So you can do this or with whatever time. I forget why I plant barrier corn. I do know the guide said I need to start working on getting barrier corn and... Grow already! I just planted you and I need nourishment!
I'm excited!
Look at that little pink elephant. Oh, it's gonna get drunk. And give Dumbo a horrible fever dream. I want to say that we finish the model either tonight or tomorrow. Let's find out. Silently assembling. It's peeling off already. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, we finished it tonight. And it's the MF06S Brahmin. Now that is actually a reference to Digital Devil Saga. Considering the final boss in Digital Devil Saga is named Brahmin. Which is, I guess, God. That's not much of a spoiler for SMT, considering you fight basically a god of some religion in every single game and spin-off. I mean, what else would you fight whenever you're summoning demons and gods and angels and stuff? It's not much of a spoiler whenever most of the stuff you're shooting out are gods, you're summoning are gods. It pretty much is the only way to level the playing field. And also, in Digital Devil Saga, apparently Brahmin is a starship in that game too. What does God need to be a starship for? Aw, but he's happy that we made the gunpla. I certainly do like the idea of plastic models, I'm just not that great at making them. I've never really been that good at arts and crafts. I even get a little nervous about using hot glue. So basically, if we want, we can always make more models and he'll just keep giving us more. And I think that if you keep making models, they will actually show up on your shelf in back at the Dojima residence. So if anything, it's a nice little decoration. That guy is always just standing there looking out the window. I mean, I know Rise is going to be here, but he's just in the complete wrong area. Whenever Rise finally recovers, she's going to be going to friggin' Yasogami High. And he's just standing in that corner. Okay, Rise coming to Yasogami High is not much of a spoiler, considering, again, intro of the game, so... And there's no real other high schools in Inaba. So yeah, we're kicking ass on the field. So all of you guys can suck it. You tear down the nets. You scrubs tear down the nets and do all the chores here. You owe me all. Yeah, see, they're still there. A couple is still there. And they're eating the same stuff. Every time, they're just... Like, I get it's probably a good restaurant, but still. You know, you might want to just spring for something different. So am I free now? It's hard work polishing balls. APB, always polishing balls. That's Ko's lifestyle. I'm just getting warmed up. Be cocky. They like that. That's what strength likes. That's what that giant orangutan from JoJo would like. To be cocky. That orangutan was super cocky because he was all freaking, you know, just cocky about like finishing a Rubik's Cube. Love that shit. But that thing was also a huge pedophile. Ugh. But then again, Jotaro beat it to death, so I guess that makes it okay. That seems to be the general thing that happens in JoJo.
You're home.
Blank is creepy, Jotaro beats the shit out of them. Well, not always. Sometimes the other teammates get some shots in. Go back home. Yep, Adachi is, as usual, not doing his job. But I think it's about time that we hung out with Shu. See how he's doing. So I guess we're teaching him English. I guess we're just teaching him everything. I'm not that good with the English language. See, I always find that weird whenever they obviously speak English, but they're in Japan, so they must be speaking Japanese, but it's just translating English through the dub. I think that's kind of like what happened in MGS3, whenever Snake went to go, oh, I forget what the guy's name is. When he meets the guy with the really nice shoes and he pays him that compliment, he tells him that Snake's Russian is very amazing. But they're both speaking English. He acts all big, so everyone hates him. He acts like a big shot, even though he's so stupid. School is pretty dumb. It's the law. You're not the only one. Nobody likes going to school. Only nerds do. And nerds are the enemy. Don't be a nerd when you grow up. And I'm not talking about nerds who like anime and stuff like that. Those are the cool ones. No, nerds who like education and shit like that. It's fine to be educated and, you know, wanting to expand your mind. But thinking that school is fun, those are the real nerds. Learning is cool, but, you know. I'm not making much sense here, Shu, but I need you to keep up. This will all be on your test. I would make a terrible tutor.
Please come back again.
I want to say that Shu is also voiced by Sam Riegel, who's using his not so ridiculous Teddy voice. I miss Dave Wittenberg in this game.
Yo.
I think we do hang out with Kanji today. Because Kanji is a cool guy. Kanji is a super duper cool guy. Another day of practice. Funny how you don't always show up to every day of practice. But you're so damn cool, I guess we'll let it slide. I'm surprised you don't get kicked off of, like, the theater club or the soccer team, considering that sometimes you just decide not to go to practice. Like, we haven't been back to theater in forever. Because the guide said so, and because that social link is depressing. Ugh. Time to catch some more bugs. Gotta get some more ladybugs. Which I did not bring to the Shiroku pub yet, but I will. Whenever fishing is mentioned in the guide, I will do it. And I am terrible with this. With this particular instance. I don't know what happened. I just got the timing off. By a frickin' mile. No, we don't hang out with Kanji today. Or wait. Yeah, we do, because I thought Kanji was in the... Okay, I'm mixing my stuff up.
Yeah.
His face just looks so stoic in his model. No one ever smiles on their model. That's why they had to have the little... That's why they had to have the little character portraits. It's a nice little spot that Kanji brought us here. Kanji's deep like that. Uh-oh. Yup. She said a bunch of stuff about you.
That's so.
He takes it pretty well, though. Well, I guess we kind of do know enough about Kanji where... Yeah. Dude, it's cool. Everybody's got their own thing they're afraid of. Hospitals just happen to be your thing. And being accepted. Hey, it's that kid from the hospital. Nothing. Let's play good cop, bad cop, Kanji. I'll be good cop, you be bad cop. Well, Taka-kun sounds like a douchebag. If you're a man, throw it away. What a little asshole. And you're an asshole for believing him. And you threw it away like a little asshole. You see, some might say Kanji's being a little harsh to the kid. I would argue Kanji's in the right here. That kid did have a responsibility, and he threw away something that wasn't his. And he was being a shit about it. Granted, the kid who prompted him to be a shit, granted, the kid who like made it all dirty was a huge shit. But still, you know, assisting is not really, you know, helping. But yeah, we're totally gonna go help Kanji. And by help Kanji, I mean we're gonna stare at Kanji as he wades through ice cold water. Like a boss. I don't think jeans are the best apparel to wear in water, Kanji. Oh, so we're on babysitting duty. Gotcha. Whoa, this is cold. Dude, wet jeans are the worst. I'm sorry. Well, at least he's gonna be a man about it and go apologize. At least he's sorry about it. Uh-oh. What's Kanji thinking? Just tell me! What rabbit was it? Tell me everything! This goes all Batman on him. Why is he putting quotes around "threw it away" and Sana-chan? I'll get you a new one. It's gonna be the best bunny you ever saw. Kid runs away. Well, maybe if you didn't shave your eyebrows and dye your hair, you might look a bit younger. Dude, you practically screamed it at him. You're not being quiet is not your forte, Kanji. But that's cool. That's why I love you. That's why you're a cool guy. See? Kanji's a cool guy. Yeah! I think Kanji learns a new technique now. I think I have a bit of difficulty choosing what to keep and what to lose. Masakunda. Now, if I remember correctly, this is a mass defense increase spell. Or wait. I think it's a mass defense. Yeah, okay, no. It decreases evasion and hit for the opponents. For everybody. So I go for mass as opposed to just one. Because we're going to get some really awesome stat boost later on in the game. Like some really, really awesome ones. And there's also going to be some really awesome debuffs that you get. So, and I'll really just be relegating that to one character. So, really, these are not really that big a deal. But they look cool to have. Fridge full of food. And hey, we got our Peach Seed and Soul Drop combo. Really, the Soul Drops makes it kind of worth it, so we can have more SP. And it's time to go work as a janitor. I believe we're working as a janitor today. Oh, now I'm finally going to cash in my Shiroku Pub Ladybug. No, that's not the... There we go. I like the Shiroku Pub. It's a nice little place. So you need to talk to her in order to give her the ladybug. You know, the bartender's supposed to usually hear your pain and your sad stories, not tell you hers. Whatever. I'm cool with it. Our character doesn't talk, so... Yay! Akihiko likes the fishes, likes the little bugs. So we got some breadcrumbs. Those will come in useful for a later video. In the meantime, it's time to go over and work at the hospital as a Yanitor. We will be seeing that little old lady who was at the hospital not too long ago. We'll meet her again. I believe she said she hangs out the Samigawa floodplains, so we'll talk to her later. And yet, even though she's gone, we still get the creepy, like, somebody's looking at us vibe. So we don't really progress the social link, but we're getting closer. Like, next time we will be able to talk with Sayako even more.
Senpai.
So we are going to spend time with Kanji, and this will be the last time for this video. He has an appointment with that kid. You know, Kanji, if I didn't know your intentions, that would sound kind of creepy. He's going to give me his lunch money. Oh my god. Mr. Hosoi's puppet is kind of creepy. But we're talking about the U.S. Declaration of Independence. And apparently... Japan decided to rip us off and take a little bit from our independence. Conditions of the West. I say rip off. Any existing distinction between wise and stupid. But hey, our knowledge increased, so we're good. Again, these stat boosts mean nothing for me in this New Game Plus run. But we already made plans with Kanji, so it's time to go up to the hill. And Kanji's going to beat the shit out of a small child. Nah, he's not. Instead, Kanji's giving him a really cool bunny. Yeah. Clothes, a ribbon, a hat, and an umbrella. It looks like that one BlazBlue character. Rachel, that's the one. But I want a bunny too. I got one for you. Kanji really went all out on these. Clothes, shoes, a cap, and a soccer ball. That sounds cool. It's very elaborate. Where'd you buy it? I'm not gonna call Kanji an old man.
Well,
No, it's Kanji's secret, so he should be able to tell it. He made it. Kanji is a cool guy who makes cool animal plushies. You're so... Yeah, exactly. More people know that Kanji is awesome. Perfect. Perfect. Kanji's like Gamera. He's friend to all children. You're not old, Kanji. You're a cool guy. He said I'm cool. It was pretty amazing. I'm not gonna block Kanji's shine. Aww. He looks more mature than usual. Yay! Our relationship with Kanji deepened. We're already halfway there. So now Kanji can slap the shit out of us in case we ever get sick or we're getting dizzy.
Later.
Kanji's social link is about what it means to be a man. That's his whole thing. What it means to be manly.
Welcome back.
What it means to be a true man. In fact, one of his techniques in P4 Arena is called the man's way. And that's a reference to the book series that we've been picking up occasionally. Time to catch some more bugs and not screw it up this time. Maybe I'll catch a Tatsuhime ladybug. I do know I catch at least 2 in, at least, if not in this video, then in a future video. Our timing is always off. Another Mayu cricket, yeah. So I think it's in a future video that I catch another couple Tatsuhimes, ladybugs. Again, I had to keep checking the S-Link just to make sure that I'm following it properly. And no, we're not doing the temperance. We'll get to her eventually. At some point. But in the meantime, it's time to do some more janitoring. Time to go say hi to Sayako. At the creepy hospital. Jesus.
Oh, you're here.
I never actually heard anybody call anyone a bitch like in the squabble. I always just heard like kind of a rumbling. But I got headphones on now. Slutty bitch. Anyone ever called me a slutty bitch to my face? It's like a soap opera. She takes it in good fun. She's scratching me. Who's the bitch now? Fair point. One would say that would be her. Found out and I started working here. Wait. What? Okay, wait. First off, we don't know exactly where her last hospital was. It could have been in a different portion of Japan. Like if the wife knew that Sayako moved to a completely different hospital because of the incident, then why would she just... That is some soap opera level shit. Agreed. Shit is kind of rough. What am I working for? Comfort her.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Aww. I like Sayako. She starts off a little intense, but after you get past that whole initial encounter, things become a little bit more relaxed. And more, you know, platonic. I do not believe... I'm sure that...
Goodbye now.
I'm pretty sure Sayako is not an S-Link option. That would be a little weird. Although I do wish Margaret was one. Aww. Well, now it's raining, so you know what that means. It's time to go visit our friend the fox at the shrine and tell him that we, or her, that we finished the model social link thing. The model request. Why does that gas station attendant always stand outside in the frickin' rain? And you can't find any bugs in the rain, because they all skidded off. I feel kind of like a dick for constantly bringing the fox into the rain every time we finish it. Poor thing must be cold. And one of these days is going to slip and then off that friggin' roof. Because of the rain. Yay! And it makes little rain sounds whenever it runs in the water. That's a nice little effect. But this is the most efficient way to progress social links. So yay! We're getting a little bit closer to the fox. I kind of want to see fan art of the fox dressed up as Joseph Joestar. Just with the little hat. Anyway. It is getting late in the video, so I think that will about do it for this particular episode. In the next few episodes, we'll do more social link stuff. But until then, thank you so much for watching. And, alright, take it easy.